I don't even gotta update the stream title as we go. This is great. Resubbing on the day, Hoaglandia Burns. Thank you, Crowbar, for the 7 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? I would love to play first. Thank you. Tactical die roll win. Exactly. This hand lacks a black source, but I think it's definitely a keep. How many black sources do we have? We have a good deal of them, right? There's 3 non-black sources in our deck. Oh, Stream Deck update. I do need to do that one. I do need to do that one. Stream Decker's updated. Let me tweet a picture real quick. Start by cycling this and see where we get. This deck really doesn't want to see a Chalice of the Void. The Stomping Ground is so we don't have to pay health with Mutagenic Growth in the mid to late game. It's also an additional shock land because we do need lots of shocks. Well, our hand was really good. Our hand was really good at some point. Alrighty. Oh, baby, it's the Sweet Burn deck. What's going on, Tino? Welcome. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Whoa, they don't have another land. That's good for us. I'll take it. I'll take it. God bless us, everyone. So do I burn these mutagenic growths now? I feel like I should wait because they have lightning bolt, right? Of course, just like getting in here is really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna get in. I like putting them to 2. I know they have a bolt, but like this makes all of our bumps and stuff lethal. Nah, I think I like doing both. Get while the getting's good. Scred Swans will do. Bumps are lethal, bolts are lethal, claim fames are probably lethal. Yeah, they don't have that many lands that are active at 1 as well. Taylor's lethal. Getcha. Getcha. Alright. Alrighty. What are we doing? We don't actually have that many cards in our sideboard for a matchup like this. Do I want some Kolaghan's commands? I probably don't mind some Kolaghan's commands, right? feel like cutting a couple Abbots and bringing in a couple of Kolaghan's commands seem fine. Chat, instead of asking me why I'm running cards, articulate yourselves. Make an argument. Talk about why shouldn't I run those cards? Why is Damping Sphere bad in my deck? I think I'm going to trim a Wraith against an aggressive deck and bring in the last K command. I like that Kolaghan's command lets us kill their hollowed ones, and like even when they don't have hollowed ones, it still has a text box, so I think that's pretty reasonable. Change to the old McDonald theme. You're building Huglandia now, chat. Come on, get with the program. All right, let's cycle this to start and see where we go from there. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. All right, let's get in here. There's a hollow boy on tap. We just passed hour 1 mark. We are 1/24 of the way through. Noxious Revival is card disadvantage, chat. In general, that card's pretty bad. Give him a mountain. We're such a giver. Yeah, see, look, Butterfly's got some good articulation there. Some good actual deep thought. Like, we put some... Maybe I should Mutagenic Growth again there, just so that way this can't die to Bolt. Yep, all these videos will be archived as normal. They probably won't be published until tomorrow night. It's going to depend on how I'm feeling at the end of 24 hours. There might be some delay in getting them formatted and published on YouTube. Because I do all of that myself. There's no interns here. We can, Man, but if I growth in response to a Bolt now, I don't get the 2 damage off of it. Yeah, I think I should have put them to 7 and put the Shadow above a 3/3. So, I've done 24-hour streams in the past, and in my experience, I generally feel the most tired in like the 12 to 16-hour range, and usually I get a second wind in the 20 to 24-hour range, but we'll see. We'll see. Every time is different. No, that just takes too much work, Polsky. It takes me like 60 seconds to 2 minutes per video to get everything formatted correctly, so... I definitely didn't want to use all 3, because I didn't want to put myself so low that I risked dying to the Flame Blade on the backswing. They must have a Fatal Push here, right? This, like, screams Fatal Push. And I'm going to Mutagenic Growth Goblin Guide as well here, because not only does it make Death Shadow lethal, but it saves this in case they push the Shadow. Yeah, so they have the Fatal Push. Fatal Push doesn't surprise me. I would like to put my lethal Death Shadow back into play, thank you. Not quite lethal, almost though. This gives my opponent a little bit more information, but it gets the Claim to Fame out of my hand in the event of Burning Inquiry like this, which is nice. They discarded Tasigur, Gurmag Angler, and they're already through 2 hollowed ones. So there's a good chance they don't have a large threat here. Yep. People like to go overboard when evaluating basically everything. Do you agree that Hollow One's a bit too much RG? I think Magic players in general underestimate how much variance Magic has in a game, and I don't think Hollowed One has that much more variance than most decks of Magic. What I do think is true, however, is that Hollowed One creates more feel-bad moments than a lot of things do in Magic otherwise. So I think a lot of what it has to do with Hollowed One, with people disliking it, is that the variance in Hollowed One feels worse than does, and then a lot of the variants in a lot of other decks. All right, well, I'm gonna make them discard and deal 2 damage here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, red, black. Whew. Is it hot? Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? The only thing hotter than the fire in Hoaglandia today, chat, are some of the deals that our wonderful sponsors over here have. Go to mtgotraders.com for all of your Magic Online card needs. Using code Jeff Hoagland, you can save, or Hoagland PayPal, you can save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards there. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags. And of course, we'd like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. It is currently in the process of burning down, but we will rebuild. We will come back stronger, and we will persevere. Thank you, everyone, for the support. Big shout out to everyone who helped make this stream possible today. Y'all are great. We're heading on into our second match here. With some red-black shadow burn. Let's go. I've always had a green screen. I just didn't use it for a long time because my kids were down here while I was streaming, and my kids like to mess with the green screen. So I've had a green screen for a while. My wife does amateur photography stuff, so we had it for that. Hey, Corpse Dancer, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate it. Welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Do we cash in the Noxious? That's a Mutagenic Growth. It's not a Noxious Revival. It is a Mutagenic Growth. It's too hot in here. I got you. Of course. Timeouts for everybody that wants them. There's plenty to go around. When I might, now that the kids are in daycare during the day, make this a permanent fixture if we like it. I don't know. It's set up and the kids aren't down here that often, so... Oh, I actually didn't try the Goblin mask on the green screen. That's interesting. I do have masks and props and costumes and stuff, but I didn't explicitly try it with the green screen. That could be interesting. All right, so this is an interesting question. Why'd I keep the 1 land hand? Because I could cast a bunch of my spells. So do I wait on the Abbot? Because if I wait on the Abbot, I can potentially hit a second land with it. However, getting an Abbot in play gives me another prowess creature for next turn. I think I'm just supposed to play the Abbot. Just because, like, playing the Abbot gives me plus damage on both of these next turn. And that's one of the reasons why some people are like, Abbot seems awkward in this deck. Well, the idea of Abbot in this deck is that we can just play it on 2 like this and have it be fine. So, because I ended up putting the green screen up behind me, I decided not to get a poster. This is definitely a matchup where Claim Fame is going to be kind of medium. Does Storm count as the burn mirror? Asking the real questions. So stuff like that gets me into dicey copyright area, Crowbar, because I don't have the rights to use stuff like that explicitly. So I'd prefer not to. We could get remanded here, but I don't have anything else to do with my mana, so let's do it. I know that Nivik is my brother in arms now, but can I have my sword back before he starts abusing me? I got you, Justin. I think most Delve cards probably could have been balanced better. Bolt. Bump in the night. Tilt. Oh, I missed lethal. Oh, that's interesting. So I could have... I missed lethal here. Yeah, I could have played Death Shadow this turn and then claimed it and then famed one of my things. I didn't think about that. Wow, they're going to kill us on their untap. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I was just like, my head went to, I don't have targets for this claim fame. Yeah, I could have binned the Death Shadow just for triggering prowess. Collins Mullins with the $5 donation. I built this burn list a while ago and I'm convinced it's better than stock burn. Maybe you could run it through a league at some point. Fits the theme. Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 can work that in today. Thank you for the donation, bud. That was sweet. If they don't have a creature, we might... If they don't have a mana creature, we might not be dead next turn. But yeah, it was super wrong not to go for it here. Should have binned this and then done this. Gosh, and they're going to live at 1. What if I... Is it right to give them both of these? What if I bin Manamorphose, bin Noxious Revival? Is it right to do that? Because, like, if I bin both of these, they get to Noxious Revival one of them. Think I'm supposed to give them both creatures here? The deck Collins linked was here. A Vol JP with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, so I could have killed my opponent here. I could have killed my opponent here if I would have taken a better line. All right, let's not focus on the past. Let's work towards doing better in the future. I'm gonna cut this Tasigur. I'm gonna cut these Claim Fames because they're really not killing my creatures. I'm gonna bring in Wet Balls and Thoughtseizes. Thanks, Lettuce. I like the new sub badges too. Is Mutagenic Growth the other trim here? No, I put a green screen up for today. Maybe this is slightly too much disruption, especially on the play. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, let's do this. I don't want to like cut into my primary game plan too much. Import Mullen's list here before we do anything. Bumps. This card's, like, secretly very good, I think. Maybe not so secretly. It's been showing up in more lists. Hey, Trey Board. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's definitely oversight boarding. Honestly, I think it might be possible that even 7 cards might be oversight boarding. The Damping Spheres are in the sideboard for Tron, chat. That's fair. I could see that. I could see Mutagenic Growth being better than Bump. I like that. Abbot gets a little bit worse. It's not too much worse, though. That's true, though. Maybe especially on the draw, that's the card I want out. So we'll get to go Guide on 1 into Vexing Devil, Thoughtseize on 2. Yeah, like, I think we definitely have some, like, really aggressive draws, but I think there's going to be plenty of games where, like, we're not quite fast enough to kill Tron by turn 3 or 4 consistently. So, I want to lead on the Vexing Devil here, because I want them to make a decision with the Vexing Devil, not knowing that I'm about to Thoughtseize them. $30,000. That's it, only 30K. Yeah, I probably should attack first. It's free info, right? Yeah, that is free info. I think it's just Burrell here, right? I guess I can kill the Burrell. I guess if I take the Echoing Truth, they can't take the Wet Ball off the board. That's probably pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Just like take there. Hot take. Amulet of Safekeeping is a trap and probably won't be very good. Cards that that only disrupt Storm when they're comboing, generally speaking, aren't very good. Hey, Scorching Titan, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Yes, I think it's not only is Damping Sphere better because it comes in a variety of matchups, but I think Amulet of Safekeeping is the type of card that it's not going to prevent them from playing their cantrips and finding their anti-hate cards. Whereas, like, Damping Sphere slows my opponent down when they're interested in trying to, like, cantrip into finding their fixing. Yep, yeah, like they can find a bounce spell mid-combo too. Slap Fight Champ with the brand new Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a good Friday. Welcome to the weekend. This is just the start of my weekend here. We're an hour and a half into what's going to be upwards of 24 hours. Maybe more. We'll see what we're getting. Must be your first time on this stream then. We're all about them wet balls. I would play Hollowed One if I had to play a tier 1 deck right now. I think Hollowed One is very, very good. Rexis with the 5-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for the continued support. Matt is going to join us later today. So, Matt, when I talked to Matt yesterday, he said his game plan was bring me dinner hang out for a little bit, and then he was going to go out drinking, and then he was going to Uber back. So, should be a good time. What are my thoughts on Amulet Titan? I think it's a sweet toolbox deck that tends to flat out a little bit too much for my liking. Extras. Thank you for the cupcake bits. Would you use red, black, green, or the red? I'd just play the classic red-black version with like a small splash for Ancient Grudge. Yeah, no, I understand why it floods out. Like, I'm realistic about it. I just, like, it does flood out, and I don't enjoy that aspect of it. Look at all the bits, raining it down. Whew. Are there any, do fire bits not exist? Are there not any fire bits? There's a bunch of spoilers in M19 that look sweet for Modern. My article on Gathering Magic next week is going to be me digging through all of them and talking about the cards that I like. Are you grape shotting? Are you grape shotting my guy? What if we instead didn't do that? I think I'm supposed to pay health here, just so my future what's it called? Don't fire bits. So after showing me a million the same as what Amazon had the gall to ask me if I'd ever heard of the Washington conflict marked it as never heard of. Alright, so they use Manamorphose, they use that, they use their Steam Vents, they have Pyretic Ritual, Lightning Bolts, and a bunch of cards I don't know here. Yeah, so my Death Shadows don't get bolted now, which is nice. So they're going to 2, I have 2 lethal threats. Obviously, like, drawing a lethal card there, like a Bolt or a Bump or something would have been nice, but I'll take a Death Shadow. God, Claim Fame? We boarded out Claim Fame, right? Yeah, we did. There are these, but they aren't really fire until 100k. That's until 10k. That's fair. Wannabe Beetle. Wet Ball is very good with pressure. It is exceedingly good with pressure. We're going to bring in the 4th Wet Ball when we're on the draw, just because our average hand on the draw is going to be a little bit less aggressive. I think chat had a good suggestion that these Abbot of Keral keeps are less good when we have Damping Sphere in our deck. I think I'm going to bring these Bump in the Knights back in. Honestly, they probably don't have much counter magic in against those post boards. This Tasigur is probably fine. I could also see bringing Claim Fame back in, but Claim Fame's a little bit worse when I have Damping Sphere as well. How goes the burn? Which league? We're in the second league, match number 2. For those of you that want to submit ideas for how many matches we're going to play today, I'm going to cut off your ability to guesstimate the number of matches we play at noon, so that way people can't watch most of the stream. So if you want a chance to get some free democracy on the stream, get a free deck in the queue with a lot of bonus points, go respond to that tweet letting me know how many matches you think we're going to play in 24 hours and what our win rate will be across those matches. We died horribly in League 1. I think traditional burn is not very good right now. I think traditional red-white burn is probably in one of the worst positions it's ever been historically in Modern. Guess what? Twitter's free. Get a Twitter account. Get a Twitter account and follow me. Buffer my Twitter numbers. I think I'm just supposed to Vexing Devil here. Nah, I'm gonna Thoughtseize. I actually don't have a way to kill a mana creature, so Thoughtseizing a mana creature seems good. Twitter isn't free on the You're such a good product, Revan. You're such a good product. What makes normal burn bad right now? The decks like Hallowed One and Humans put large creatures into play that kill burn very quickly while also dealing minimal amount of damage to themselves, while other decks have gained cards like Fatal Push and Collective Brutality to increase their efficiency against decks like burn. So I think against the decks that are really good in Modern right now, burn is not particularly well suited. Legacy burn is bad because Delver, which was previously one of its better matchups, now has access to Deathrite Shaman as a way to gain health in the main deck. Pretty sure this Vexing Devil is just going to deal 4, so I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to play this Damping Sphere out, then next turn we can go 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell. Yeah, it's plenty, like, most modern decks are interesting. I just, like, I think Burn for a long time I would describe as one of the better decks in Modern, and I don't think that's true currently. I believe Burn versus Humans is bad from Burn, but I don't have a ton of first-hand experience with that. Burn would be one of the many decks that would get better in Legacy if Deathrite Shaman was banned, yes. Blue-Red Delver is a good playable deck in Legacy. We played that on stream a bunch. It's like a good burn deck. Whenever I play it, we describe it as a good burn deck. Our lack of creatures this game probably means we're going to die. We just don't have enough pressure to back up our disruption. All right, we're going to stand up here for a little bit. Enjoy the ride. Oh. Delver gets destroyed by burn currently. I don't know who you're playing with or what they're doing, but in my experience playing lots and lots of Grixis Delver in Legacy, the burn matchup is at worst a coin flip if your deck is built well and you play the matchup accordingly. So I think if you're playing well and you know what cards to prioritize and how to mulligan in the matchup, I think Delver is at worst a coin flip against burn. It is a little bit weird having the green screen behind me. It's a little strange. We are 1-1 in this league. We're 1-0 in this league. It feels like we're dying here. We'll see. We definitely punted game 1 in this match. So this is game 3. So if we lose, it's definitely my fault. Yeah, I agree, Team Get There. There's a lot of play. There's a lot of play to the matchup. Well, when I'm not standing, you'll be able to see my chair behind me. So you'll be able to, a lot of times I'll be blocking out the chair. Yeah, this is almost certainly enough Goblin tokens to kill us. It's a shame they drew another empty here. No, today's stream will be all magic. So they're at 13. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Yeah, definitely. I don't think there was much I could do in this third game other than potentially mulligan more. But I do think that that first game was definitely very, very good. So, while I don't think I've ever won a game 1 against Humans with green-black mid-range, I've also never lost a match to it on Magic Online. So, like, I think the traditional, like, green-black and Jund decks and Jeskai, if you're mulliganing accordingly and have your deck built well, they're probably pretty reasonable against burn. Or, sorry, against Humans. Yeah, we played a configuration of this deck pretty close to this deck on stream before. I think we 3-2'd with it. So we'll see. The better question is, I do plan to force burn and cube today. That's not going to be till much later, though. Probably going to be after MTGO Traders close the shop for the night. Because Traders goes offline at 2 a.m. Central. Seems pretty good. Is there a dead guy ale in Modern? There is not. There is no Stoneforge Mystic, and Dark Confidant isn't particularly good in Modern. A big part of why Dark Confidant is much worse in Modern than it is in Legacy is because Modern is such a heavily creature-based format, unlike Legacy. There's more removal in the better decks in the format. Oh no, another burn mirror. Oh no! When did this shift happen from standard to the most popular format being modern? It definitely, in my mind, it happened gradually over the last couple of years as, it happened gradually over the course of the last couple of years as Magic standard format has been exceptionally rancid. Oh, they're playing 8-Whack. So still a red aggressive deck, but not strictly a burn mirror, so to speak. Take my tasty ad bits, Jeff. With the sugar, we shall rebuild Hoaglandia. Thanks for the hard work, Dr. Taco. With a shovel and an idea, we can rebuild this wonderful kingdom. All right, so this is going to put us to 11, which means I can go Swamp, Swiftspear, Death Shadow next turn, which is nice. I have one Tasigur in our deck. I have one copy of Tasigur. It's possible I should make this bigger, but like if this dies, I also get to like claim fame it back. So like I'm not super worried about that. It's not even about just being on a budget. Like, Magic's expensive in general. Like, Magic's an expensive luxury. It's not even expensive. It's just like, it's a hobby that costs money. When people always get into like, how do I build competitive budget decks? Honestly, my suggestion is proxy decks and just play with friends or buy a board game. Like, Magic is a hobby that you need money to enjoy at a competitive level. You can definitely play very casually for very minimal amounts of money, but to give yourself a good chance in a competitive setting, you need to have money to build good decks. Like, that's just the, you know, the truth of the matter. Yep, Magic is pay to compete. It is not pay to win. Pay to compete and pay to win are different. So, how Death Shadow works is if I block here, this lives, right? If I block here, this lives because state-based actions are what kill creatures. It's a free block, right? Damage doesn't kill creatures, state-based actions do. I think the biggest problem with why modern or what made modern more popular, you could argue this was definitely a problem, is like standard format left a lot to be desired for a while. It really did. I hope he heard you. All right. I would like this one again, please. This one. This is my boy. This is my Vexing Devil boy. Non-subs are 2,000 bits. So all the details on how donation decks work are here. For subscribers, it's 1,000 bits. For non-subscribers, it's 2,000 bits to get a deck in the queue. For those of you that are bad at math, that means it's far more efficient for you to subscribe than not. But who am I to tell you what to do with your money? It's a shame we don't have anything else going on here. I kind of just want to, like, play this Polluted Delta and pass, I think. They're going to have Legion Loyalists next turn. I think I'm still just going to pass. I can't attack my 2 power guys into their 3/3. In general, if you are not subscribed, I prefer people subscribe before they donate. Yes. Not only do you get some nice little perks for subscribing, but it helps me build my presence here on Twitch. As a streamer, I get extra things from having a larger... Well, that's... I think we're dead, chat. Am I? We might not be, actually. Oh, they get Trample. Trample might be the death knell. So this is 9. And then, yeah, Trample kills me, right? That's unfortunate. Are you allowed to show the opponent whacking off on Twitch, right? Alright. I don't know if this is legal. Alright, so I think against an aggressive deck, I just want to cut these. That seems pretty clean, right? Just like board out Street Wraith, board in Fatal Push. The core deck is doing something powerful, but there's definitely major issues with the build that was submitted, Zach. You'll definitely, if you don't have time to watch the whole video, you should watch the wrap-up segment at the very least. Also, like, the more subs we get, the more emoticons we get, so it's better for everybody. Emoticons are fun. Why do I want K Command? Just because I want more removal? I don't think I want K Command. I think I'd rather just have more threats. Seems decent. Without spending a ton of money, I am going to say that I am blissfully ignorant of how much most Magic decks cost. So I would look at other decks that you see, then compare what their pricing is. I don't know if that's strictly true. We have a lot of one-mana things. Like, there's only one Tasigur in our deck. I know it's been, like, awkward that we've drawn the one Tasigur 2 games in a row, but I think it comes at a pretty low cost overall. Please have fun. We're going to try our best to. Thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. Welcome. Ooh. Ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. So, Damping Sphere, in my experience, is a card that's a lot like Surgical Extraction, in that everybody in Twitch chat wants to board it in every single matchup. You should only board in Damping Sphere against the decks that it really slam dunks, like Storm and Ad Nauseam, decks that like have a very high cost when the Damping Sphere is out. Against a deck like my opponents, like, could you imagine if I played a Damping Sphere here? They went like 1-drop into 2-drop. Sure, it makes like their Bushwhacker draws a little bit worse, but like their Bushwhacker draws are already so good that making them a little bit worse isn't really that impactful in my mind. Also, keep in mind that like we're a deck that Wet Ball is going to have some impact against as well. So that's a symmetrical effect. So it's not just free for us to throw something like Damping Sphere inside of our deck. So if I would have hit a land there, that would have been fine. I think I still like getting this in play just because it makes my bump in the night better next turn. If they have a good Bushwhacker turn this turn, we could die. Bushwhacker plus Pile Driver is very, very good. I actually think someone was asking about, I guess someone just asked about burn decks a second ago. I actually think the 8-whack deck is much better than traditional burn right now. Just like its degree of like explosive draws, like here, look, right? Like they're about to kill us on their third turn. They're going to kill us on their third turn. It's not particularly close. Like, we're going to take 8, 12. Yeah, just super dead. While we're waiting for the next match in this league to pop, I just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate that. My subscribers are the people that keep me here full-time like I do. Without them, this would only be a hobby and only be here not nearly as often as I am. Oh, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards or cash direct with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hogan at bit.ly/Google Clothes, you can save 20% on your first order. Premium shorts, shoes, underwear, socks, t-shirts, polos, all sorts of great stuff there. The Urban Pope with the brand new Twitch Prime Sport. Thank you very much and welcome. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anoronics, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. Thanks for hanging out, folks. TGIF. Thanks for spending part of your weekend here with me. Hanging on out. There's a Twitch lit emote. Mac Weldon Bay. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little bit loose. I haven't had a paper magic collection in a very, very long time. I started streaming full time probably about 2 months ago at this point. Yeah, this week's gonna be closer to 50 hours. This week's gonna be a little bit closer to 50 hours. Do I want to bolt this? I think I might. Yeah, I think I'm going to at this point. Nice, Doctor. This is a 30+ hour weekend. Yes. Yes, it is. Attack for 2 here. Any hex plans this weekend? None so far, Speed. Here's some for your overtime work. Thank you, Drin. I appreciate the bits. Sorry for being off topic, but the JAC decklist you posted in your article, the most up-to-date. Yes, Curtia, that is definitely the list that I would play. Sorry, I think you said that already and I missed it. But yeah, the list in the article is definitely the one that I would still play. Quest Dove, thanks for all the modern and the memes. Thank you for the 4-month resubscription. Third of a year. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and lead on Abbot of Keral. Keep here, so if we had a land or a 1-mana spell, we can cast it. JAC is not a burn deck. Things that do not qualify. I think I start by attacking, right? And see what they do. So then I bolt this. We could get Inferno Titan this turn. We can't even bump ourselves. What's the point? Why are we even playing this card? The night only bumps us. I did get a green screen. I got a green screen just for today. It felt like for a special... Well, I didn't get it for today. I put it up for today. It felt like it was worth putting a green screen up for today. Chain World Rampaging Frostodon decks. I don't think I definitely have Chain Whirler in some of the Goblins lists. I don't know that I have Rampaging Frostodon offhand. In Soviet Russia, night bumps you. That's gotta be lethal, right? Yeah. I posted the deck names in Discord and on Twitter, but I don't have them all in a spreadsheet. It took me, I just didn't have enough time last night. I wanted to get to bed so I could like sleep 8 hours before today. Do I even sideboard here? I feel like I don't. I feel like I just click submit. Like they're playing Ponza, I just want to try and get under them. I do not follow anything sports related. Would you consider the Tremor a red burn deck? No, I don't think that quite qualifies for what we're doing today. It's not quite Goblin guided enough. I do have all the decks we're playing today already laid out. So I didn't put them in a spreadsheet, but to cut down on the amount of work that I have to do today, I have like 16 decks already loaded up into my Magic Online for minimal amounts of downtime. Yeah, Tremors is a mid-range combo deck. I agree with that. Yeah, I could see that in Ironics. Abbot's definitely worse, too, when they're Stone Raining us a lot. So I could see that maybe that could be an okay swap. We also just need a critical mass of threats, though, so it's kind of tough. What board games do I suggest? My favorites right now are probably Azul, Clank, Photosynthesis, and Century Golems Edition. So if I had to make a short list of board games, that would be the list. That's actually a very good draw. I've not played Terraforming Mars. Nope, Time Stories is not one that I've seen. Yep. So this, now I was going to say this exposes our Death Shadow to Lightning Bolt, but I have Mutagenic Growth, so it actually doesn't do that. I played a lot of Risk during undergrad. Myself and my group of friends, we missed a lot of classes playing a lot of Risk. That's a good draw. Go to 7, go to 5. I think that's okay. We die to, like, bolt to bolt. Nah, there's no reason to be this aggressive. I'm going to stay at 7. The sub-icons tell a story. The sub-icons tell a story of people rising through Hoaglandia and making it a better place for everybody to live. They start with a shovel to build the kingdom off the ground. Then they get boots to improve their work gear. Then they are given a training sword to prepare them for defending the continent. And then, when they are become a fighter and have a mod sword at 12 months, they are given a shield to go along with it. And then we have horses, and we have deeds to land, and eventually castles. There's a whole theme here. You gotta work with me. And for the people that send money, there's jewelry and crowns and bits of silver. Meta moods, morning. I've always had a green screen. I just put the green screen up for today. I'm a boot. The disc, I don't know if I'm happy with the disc. We might change that one. The disc is a silver coin. People are just like uneducated and have never seen a coin with a hole in it before. Lots of coins in different cultures over the years have had coins with holes in them. All I'm gonna say is my children will probably never know what a CD is, so maybe y'all need to open your minds. Nah, man, it's a CD. What's a CD? Ain't nobody seen one of those. Hoaglandia finally embarrassing in its truest form, the dumpster fire. I have a 3 1/4 inch floppy drive in the computer I'm streaming from right now. Ooh, Kiki cord. We are unfortunately drew too many of our basics here. I'm gonna bluff attack here. If they call, it gives us something to claim fame later. Yeah, free point. That's weird, Metaboots. Yeah, hit me, baby. Hit me, baby, one more time. Everybody dance now. That's a Huntmaster of the Fells. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. All right. Well, we found the good news when we flood in this deck. We're working towards flashing back, bump in the night. We shall flash back, bump, and it shall be glorious. How much to read Hoaglandia fan fiction on stream? Hey, look, see, Griffinson's got himself a shield. Don't the sword and the shield look great together? I think they look great together, but I'm definitely biased in that opinion, so I understand if people out there don't think the same. The sword actually looks pretty good with the horse, too. It looks like you have a sword and you're on horseback. Although I could be reaching on that one. No, the mod sword is unfortunately static. Want to play that out so they don't flip Mr. Huntmaster over here. The Twitch Prime crown is like us being pretenders to the throne. I think we're dead at this point, right? We just, like, really need to get under our opponent. We just failed to do that this game. Not enough action. Why do I own a green screen? My wife does amateur photography stuff. So, we've had one for that. We have this set up and we have like 4 or 5 different backdrops that are different colors and one happens to be green. Very dead. The shovel is the brand new subs. And Mr. Tasty with the $20 donation. You motorboating son of a gun, bump goblin guy, Death Shadow. What's going on? Thanks for the support, Mr. Tasty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we want to board anything here. I feel like our primary game plan is just pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. What do we got? What do we got? What's the third deck in the queue? We've got Blue-Red Wizards and then Flame Whack coming up. So don't go anywhere. Even though there's going to be a lot of fire on today's stream, I've got a lot of variety in store. Don't worry. There are a lot of aggressive red decks in Modern, and we're gonna cover the spectrum. We're gonna cover the spectrum. Flame of Keld 8-Whack. You have a sub icon here, Metamoods. It popped back up now on my end. This scene seems fine. It, like, needs another threat, ideally. Let's play Flame Whack next. I could be encouraged to play Flame Whack next. Flame Whack and Wizards are the next 2 decks we're playing, so in some order we're playing those 2. Can we get a burning village to the ground in the background? Lead on Delta here. This is probably going to be an Abbot on 2 game, just to, like, get the threats into play. Apprentice, the sword, shield, crown look fantastic together. I like that all the icons work together now. It's quite fantastic. I am pleased. I can actually go fetch shock, and go double shadow here now, right? Yeah, let's do that. No battle rage might be wrong. This is a list that I threw together myself that I put some thought into, but it's almost certainly far from perfect. Don't mind us, just little baby death shadows here. Little bitty baby death shadow. Little bitty baby shadows. Uncle Gazel, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How does this work? So, I'm gonna go to 10. And then I'm going to gain... I think we lose one of them. I'm pretty sure we lose one of them here the way they did. They definitely shouldn't have targeted us. They targeted us for 3. Yeah, so we only lose one of them here. No, they targeted each of these for 1 and then did 3 to us. So Mutagenic Growth gets to save one of them there, which is great. Oh, this is a little awkward. I don't have another Blood Crypt to go get, so in order to play this shadow out, I have to get 2 less damage in right now. Which is not amazing, but it's not the end of the world either. Yeah, they definitely should have just, like, dealt 3 and 2 there. If they would have dealt 3 and 2, I wouldn't have been able to save either of them. Ant to the max with the brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. We are 6 subscriber points away from adding another emote to the channel, which is kind of sweet. All right, so we're going to claim this guy. They might be dead this turn, huh? We're going to shock this in. We're going to fame this guy. And then we're going to bolt this. Yeah, they're dead. All right, sweet. Good, clean turn 4 kill on the play. They're dead through a path to exile here, right? No, they can go... No, yeah, they take exactly 13 if they have a path. Yeah, claim fame was gas. That was sweet. Is that 6 more subs or the higher tier? Higher tier subs affect that. So, tier 2 subs give me 2 points. Tier 3 subs actually give me 6 points. So the bigger subs give me more points. Do I want Thoughtseize? Do I want Thoughtseize? How do sub tiers work? So sub tiers just cost more amounts of money. So tier 2 subs are $9.99 a month and tier 3 subs are $24.99 a month. In addition to getting extra emotes and chat with those, as a special thank you on my channel, tier 2 subs get to bump any deck of their choice in the queue by 10 points every single month when they renew at the tier 2 level. And tier 3 subs get to either add a new deck to the queue with 20 bonus points, or they can bump an existing deck in the queue 30 bonus points. So basically, if you're someone that's going to bump decks in the queue on occasion with donations or put new decks in the queue with extra points, it's definitely better Hoogle democracy to your dollar ratio to do the higher level subs. Thanks, Ant to the Max. We're actually, so this is, I don't know if you saw me Twitter this last night. Late tonight, at some point, deck number 13 on my list right now is this version of Owling Mine that's more burn-based. So this is gonna happen at some point. Sharp Object with the 4-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. Welcome back. Negative, Jackal Girl. It's just a single deck. So, do I want Thoughtseize? Sorry, back to this matchup. We're playing against Kiki Evolution. Do I want Thoughtseize? Do I want Thoughtseize? Burning Mine, right? Do I want Thoughtseize? I think I do. I think I'm gonna cut a Claim Fame. I think I'm gonna cut a couple of Goblin Guides on the draw. They get gummed up pretty quick. I'm gonna do this. Maybe it's better to keep the Tasigur even instead of another Goblin Guide. This is good. We've got a pretty fast Death Shadow. We can bolt the turn 1 Dork if they have it. Second land is a great draw. Vexing Devil. I definitely just want to lead on that, right? I'm gonna be curious to see if my talking is discernible while I'm wearing the mask, because there's a non-zero chance the mask muffles my audio too much to have to leave it on. My goal is to do it one entire league in it, though. All right, I think I just bolt this bird. Oh, yeah, let's just do this. Let's start with this. I was gonna say I was gonna bump them, but let's just claim this bitch. Get him. Trigger. 1 mana, 4 damage. Such a steal. Such a steal. Ooh, they let me keep my toy. That's exciting. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. If they have a path to exile here, like, that ramps us and makes our Abbot potentially better next turn. Yeah, Vexing Devil claim is sweet, for sure. Hey, look at that. Things that are smaller than a Vexing Devil. Land is a great draw here because it means if Abbot hits a 1-drop, we can cast it. Yes, I don't think I'm going to be doing the green screen full time in the background, but for today I have some things planned for the green screen, so it's necessary. And when Christy and I eventually move in the spring, if you ever watched Kibler's stream, I really like what Kibler's setup is like. He has like trophies and like game related stuff behind him. I'm definitely going to do that when we move at some point. Do some decorations and stuff behind me. I think I agree. It feels more organic in my mind to have something like that. Geez, with that path to exile, this bump is like well on its way to flashing back. I have a little plaque thing from an invitational I top 8'd. The burning of Hoaglandia is a gradual process. You can't jump right into it. Flashing back, right? Right? It sounds great. Sounds great. Fireball for 6. TS Tan with the brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much and welcome. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. I do appreciate it. Getting up to an extra up here, up to a 4-drop. What do you got? I had this lightning bolt is going to be great here. So is this Fetch Shock? Do I want to claim Fame here? I don't think I do. I guess Claim Fame makes it harder for them to kill my Abbot inside of combat, which is nice. Oh, I guess Bump did that too, though, right? Wizard's favorite streamer plate. That's a fantastic idea. Who's Watsie's favorite? This guy right here. So we can fetch Shock to give this +3 power and +3 toughness. The basic potato, thank you for the bits and welcome. So I'm gonna lose my Death Shadow here, which kinda sucks. Because even if I shock, they're still gonna have 4. No, I don't think I want to bolt myself because my Death Shadow is dying. So if I bolt here, they still lose their entire board. If I bolt Huntmaster and this goes to 4, these are still 2/2s. So I can't save my Shadow. I am bolting the Huntmaster, but I still can't save the Death Shadow. I think I'm gonna hold the bump. Just play my Shadow this turn. No, if I fetch Shocked, my thing only went to 4 toughness, and they had 2 2/2s. I had a shock there, but it would have been a 4. It would have been a 6/4 Death Shadow against 2 2/2s. Now I'm gonna fetch shock because I have another Shadow. Like, we could definitely, like, lose this race, which is why I didn't shock aggressively there. Like, the fact that we drew another Shadow, like, kind of punished us for it, but I think it's worth being a little conservative in that moment. Bump is a sorcery, that's correct. Flashback, I think that's the first time we flashed back a bump in 10 matches with this deck. They have a Restoration Angel here. Okay, so they get to eat my Abbot and then chump block the Death Shadow here. And now their Horizon Canopy is turned off and they're losing their mana creature. So they're at 1, so Taylor is lethal next turn. They need a Path to Exile real bad. Voice of Resurgence is also pretty good here too. Double Taylor. Ay, oh, let's go. Ay, oh, beep, beep, be-do-do-do-do-do. I like the core of this deck a lot. I think the core of this deck is really sweet. I don't know what I would do to make this better offhand immediately, but I think there's something here if you want something kind of sweet and aggressive to play with. The sideboard definitely needs work. The sideboard is just like 4, 4, 4, 3. Some Teamer Battle Rage could be reasonable. I think it's possible that 4 Claim Fame is probably still too many. Maybe it's just Teamer Battle Rage, Teamer Battle Rage. The Tasigur's been kind of clunky. So maybe it's just like these two turn into Teamer Battle Rages. I could see that being okay. I could see just like playing these as Battle Rages being good. That might be okay. Also, like, I have this Stomping Ground in here anyways for these Mutagenic Growths. It's very possible that you could just play another Stomping Ground in the deck, and then you could play a couple of Gore Clan Rampagers, because Gore Clan Rampager is a pseudo Teamer Battle Rage effect, but it also is a threat that you can play on its own. But that might be too cute, because Teamer Battle Rage triggering prowess is relevant in this deck. All right.